Welcome to part 4 of Credit Repair 101. In this module, we're going to talk about the laws that make credit repair possible. Now, what is credit repair? It's a legal way to delete incomplete, outdated, and inaccurate negative credit history by disputing them. Disputes are done with the credit bureaus or the furnisher reporting the negative information. The Fair Credit Reporting Act and other laws give us the legal right to dispute any information on our credit report. Afterwards, the credit bureaus and furnishers have 30 days to investigate and either verify or remove the disputed information. They are also required to mail their results within 30 days. This allows you to know exactly what happened, so we'll know what to do next. In the world of credit repair, these are referred to as rounds. The first batch of letters are referred to as round 1, and so on. More on this later. Now, the two biggest consumer protection laws are the Fair Credit Reporting Act, FCRA, and the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, FDCPA. The FCRA is a set of laws created to promote the privacy, fairness, and accuracy of our personal information related to our credit. This set of laws makes credit repair possible. We have the right to know what's in our credit file. We have the right to dispute inaccurate or incomplete information, and the credit bureaus must correct or delete the disputed item within 30 days from the time they receive our dispute. We must be notified if the information in our credit report has been used against us. Credit bureaus may not report outdated information. Our file may only be shared with people or companies with a valid need, like an application for credit, employment, insurance, renting, etc. We also have the right to place a security freeze to stop the bureaus from releasing our personal information as well. The FDCPA are another set of laws. They provide limitations on what debt collectors can do when collecting certain types of debt. It prohibits debt collection companies from using abusive, deceptive, or unfair practices. The FDCPA allows us to place the burden of proof on the debt collector if we dispute the validity of the debt. Now, statutes of limitations refer to credit and debt. The statute of limitations is a specific amount of time items can appear on our credit and how long debts can be collected. The two primary statutes are for credit reporting and debt collection. The FCRA describes how long items can remain on credit reports and when they must be removed. Some items have a 7-year expiration date, like charge-offs and collections. Other items remain for 10 years, like bankruptcies. Tax liens may remain indefinitely. Credit bureaus keep personal credit information for a specific duration of time based on the item's date of first delinquency, which is when we originally stopped paying. The following is directly from the FCRA and Federal Trade Commission's official interpretation of the statute of credit reporting. Derogatory accounts can stay for 7 years from the date of first delinquency. Unpaid tax liens can stay indefinitely. The majority of public records stay for 7 years. Closed or inactive accounts fall off after 10 years. Chapter 7 bankruptcies stay for 10 years from the date filed. Chapter 13 bankruptcies can stay for 7 years. Inquiries can stay for 2 years from the date placed. Now, the statute of limitation for debt collection is the length of time a debt collection agency can take legal action to collect the debt. The length of time is determined by the type of contract and the state where we live. Types of debt are an oral contract, which is a verbal agreement, but are hard to hold up in court. A written contract is when we agree to pay a loan as described in a signed written contract or document. A promissory note is similar to a written contract with the addition of scheduled payments and interest on the loan. Open-ended accounts are revolving lines of credit with varying balances, like credit cards. Expired debt is determined by two factors: the type of debt and what state we live in. I'll share with you two examples. In the first example, let's say I live in Connecticut and I stopped paying a credit card 4 years ago. A collection agency is contacting me. However, the length of time a creditor has to collect this kind of debt in Connecticut is 3 years. Now, since it's been 4 years, this debt is expired and no longer valid. The second example, let's say I live in Texas. I have a loan that I stopped paying 5 years ago. However, the length of time the creditor has to collect this kind of debt in Texas is 4 years. So you know what? This debt is expired and no longer valid. Knowing when debts expire is extremely helpful. It allows us to stand up for our rights. Most consumers don't know or understand how long debts are valid, and debt collectors use this to their advantage. Knowing our rights gives us leverage, and knowing when debt expire gives us a big advantage if we're ever sued. Okay, this concludes our fourth session in Credit Repair 101. Our next session, we'll talk about how to put a letter together and put all this information and knowledge that we've learned to actually dispute items on our credit report. In the meantime, feel free to schedule a free consultation where you'll get a personalized credit audit, where we'll take a look at what is helping you, what is hurting you, and come up with a step-by-step strategy to improve your credit today.